You're not waiting on your dua. Your dua is waiting on your surrender. Your dua is a divine seed, and your only job is to hold it quietly, joyfully, confidently until it flowers. You don't need validation. You don't need proof. You only need feeling that it's already done. And if it seems to you it's delayed, it's not late. It's only your doubt, disguised as waiting. So return to stillness, return to faith, and return the silent romance between you and the unseen. You're gonna see how beautiful it is to live having that connection, that relationship with the unseen. And if you don't have it, then cultivate it. Most of what you want, most of what you're yearning for, you're longing for, is already there, but you can't see it because you're not in surrender, you're not in alignment with it. And so it's never not working. It's always leading me to something even better. Allow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to either orchestrate that person to move into your life or someone better. Stop worrying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending you someone that you don't like. You don't need to prove yourself or your worth. I'm already with this person. This person is already mine. I choose this person. This is my person. The more you know yourself, the more you're going to be able to taste the divine love that you're asking for. That closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the purpose of any desire of anything more that you're wanting to reach. Be yourself. The highest frequency isn't the frequency of love. It's the frequency of authenticity. How much of myself am I being in this moment right now? And those who are not aligned with you are going to vibrate away. And you don't need to chase or stop or make someone come back. Allow them to be. Let them go. So that people who are aligned with you, people who are attracted to your authentic self, are pulled to you. The less you chase, the more effortlessly things come to you. A lot of you guys are asking me about detachment, attachment, chasing. What do we do? How do we release? How do we let go? We're going to touch upon this in our video today. When you release the need to know, the answers are going to appear. When you stop trying to control the timing, the events will unfold in the best timing, the best way, in the perfect timing. When you stop asking how, the how is revealed. And this can only happen when we let go. When we are in absolute surrender, meaning I don't know how, I don't know when, but I trust that it will. It's gonna happen. And in that moment is when the miracle arrives. The moment when we let go completely, trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He is orchestrating things in my favor, to my advantage, to my liking, or I might not like the situation at this time. I might not like this sickness. I might not like this lesson that I need to go through, this environment that I'm in, but it's leading me to where I want to be. It's leading me to somewhere higher, better, the place that I really want to be in. And so I'm satisfied with where I am and eager for what's coming, or eager for more. That is the mindset that you want to be in order to get what you're asking for. The dua that you're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for. Not because you worked harder. It's because you released resistance. You stepped out of the way. You're walking with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You don't know. You don't have information. You don't have details. You don't have much. But you stepped in the unknown. You're allowing Allah to do it His way, His time, and His way, which is the best of ways and the best time, the perfect time. And so tell yourself, the more I allow, the faster it will come. The more I allow. So right now, all what we need to do is allow. So when I'm allowing, I'm opening myself, I'm opening my body, I'm opening me to receive what blessings are coming to me, the blessings that I asked for. And so receiving isn't about effort, it's about energetic openness. Allow and receive. How do I do it? I'm gonna give you some examples. when it comes to love, or when it comes to help, for example, asking someone for help, allowing other people to help you, allowing other people to serve you, accepting gifts, accepting money, accepting different forms of gratitude towards you, especially if you're a divine feminine, to allow others to take care of you, allow things to happen for you. Because many times, people tell you about, like, I can help you, assist you with this. Accept that help. Stop pushing it away. Stop saying that you need to do it all alone. If you're a single mom as well, allow other people to do different things for you. Don't push away the help that comes in from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through these people, through the environment, through the opportunities that are presented to you. Take a deep breath and allow these blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to shine upon your life. Stop saying no. Say no to things that don't feel good and allow things that are for you to come into your life. And so it's never not working. It's always leading me to something even better. When I think that this relationship didn't work out, or this person is not my person, or how do I know if this person is my person? You could stay focused on them, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is either going to bring that person to you or bring you someone even better. I said this over and over again, and we're still asking, how do I know if this is my person? You're not gonna know, and you don't need to know, and that's not your job. Your job is to follow what is it within your heart. Focus on the feeling, not on the person, not on what the person is doing or not doing. That is control, and then you're gonna manipulate and you're gonna push it away. Focus on the feeling that you're trying to cultivate, the feeling of love, the feeling of the closeness, the feeling of their presence in your life. And allow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to either orchestrate that person to move into your life, or someone better. It won't be someone that you don't like. Stop worrying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending you someone that you don't like. It's not gonna happen. That is only your fear. That is projection from your past. Every time you're thinking that God is delaying this, it's not coming to me, it's not happening, I'm ready. God doesn't understand that I'm ready, but I'm ready. You don't need to prove yourself or your worth. It's just that you're still not aligned. Meaning that the moment that you say, I'm already with this person is already mine, I choose this person, this is my person, you're focusing on yourself. God will start sending you different lessons and things to heal, to look deeper into. Sometimes we think that we're ready, but we're still projecting some things on the person. We still have things that we need to look at. And unless we focus on that person and that feeling that we're trying to cultivate, those lessons are not going to be revealed to us. So Allah knows what makes your heart sing. He knows what is going to move you, what is going to have you go deeper when you don't want to. It's not always pleasant. It's not always easy, but the more you know yourself, the more you're going to be able to taste the divine love that you're asking for. That closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the purpose of any desire, of anything more that you're wanting to reach. It's the nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you're thinking it's not happening, it's not true. It's still happening. It's just not what your ego planned. And say, I am magnetic because of my energy, not because of my effort. The most magnetic human is felt. You attract what you are. And so always choose the path of least resistance. So many people love the struggle because they believe success is earned. But magnetic people choose ease. The more me I am, the more magnetic I am. Be yourself. The highest frequency isn't the frequency of love. It's the frequency of authenticity. How much of myself am I being? in this moment right now. And if I'm not, how much more can I be? Stop putting on different masks and trying to pretend that you're someone that you're not. Be yourself. And those who are not aligned with you are going to vibrate away. And you don't need to chase or stop or make someone come back. Allow them to be. Let them go. So that people who are aligned with you, people who are attracted to your authentic self, are pulled to you. It's all frequency. The more you are, the freer you are. The freer you are going to feel and be. So the outcome is not solely reliant on you. You are a co-creator. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always orchestrating things for you. He is always working alongside of you. You are never doing it alone, so surrender to it. You're not waiting on your du'a. Your du'a is waiting on your surrender. Not on chance, not on time, but to the inner knowing that this du'a that I want is already planted within me. And it's not gonna fail to bloom unless you disturb the soil. And doubt is the only force that is capable of disturbing that seed. And so how is it like to be with Allah? How is it like to trust in Allah and to surrender? Learn to be still. Quiet your mind. Don't think. Instead feel. Think nothing. You know, doubt doesn't mean fear. Sometimes it looks like checking, like talking too much about it, like needing signs, like silently wondering, what if it's not working? But the truth is, your dua is a divine seed, and your only job is to hold it quietly, joyfully, confidently until it flowers. So walk in secrecy. Look your secret within you with joy. You don't need validation. You don't need proof. You only need feeling that it's already done, because your vision has its own appointed hour. It ripens and it will flower. Did you ever try to force a tomato to ripen before its time? لا يستأخرون ساعة ولا يستقدمون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is working everything in divine timing. Can you force something to blossom or bloom or fall off a tree before its time? You can't. And if you do, it's gonna be bitter. It's not gonna work out. It's not gonna be good. Controlling or manipulating the situation might work for a short period of time, but it's only short-lived. It's not going to be long-term. If you want something long-term, that's why you have people, they come, they start to do this work, and then they leave. You just come back to it because this is how it's going to be done. Even if you run away, you're not gonna find any other way for things to work out for you except if you surrender, if you let go, if you learn how to be detached. Everything is gonna come to you in the perfect way, in the perfect time. And if it seems to you it's delayed, it's not late. It's only your doubt, disguised as waiting. So return to stillness, return to faith, and return the silent romance between you and the unseen. You're gonna see how beautiful it is to live having that connection, that relationship with the unseen. And if you don't have it, then cultivate it. Cultivate it so that you can be able to experience Allah's closeness and more blessings and miracles coming to you in the perfect time, when you need them, not when you want them, when you need them, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that this is what is needed right now, this is what you're wanting, this is what you're needing. It's going to be there. Because, by the way, most of what you want, most of what you're yearning for, you're longing for, is already there, but you can't see it because you're not in surrender, you're not in alignment with it. You're gonna be surprised when things start happening to your advantage. When you do this work and when you go deep within yourself, things, you're gonna recognize that everything was there Everything was always there in your vicinity. You were just oblivious to it. You couldn't see. So that's why even if I tell you, even if I give you the answer, even if I answer your question under the video, it's not going to help, because if you're asking it, you're not there. And if you're not there, no matter what I say, it's not going to register for you. You're still going to be in doubt. You need to sit with self. You need to quiet your mind. You need to stop the questions. You need to do it yourself. That is the only way. And so sometimes if I don't answer your question, because you guys ask me, why do you answer some questions? Why do you don't answer some questions? I'm in tune with my intuition. And so only if I have that feeling, I do it. And if I don't, it doesn't mean that your question is not important. It just means that, and a lot of you guys told me, like, you didn't answer my question, but then I got to this realization. I got this light bulb moment. I had this synchronicity happen with me. And so yes, everything is divinely inspired. Whether you believe it or not, that's not my thing. I don't care if you don't believe it. I don't care. If you're still doubting, that's okay. That's where you are right now. If you're still checking, that is okay. Love yourself. Don't put yourself down. That is how you're going to be your most authentic self. You need to accept that sometimes I'm chasing, sometimes I'm in lack, sometimes I'm not trusting, and that is okay. That is you being your most authentic self. Don't put yourself down, but go deeper within yourself. Quiet your mind. Be with self. In order to reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in order to be closer to Allah, in order to have more conviction and faith and trust, you need to be isolated. You need to be with self. Allah is refining you. He's not destroying you or wanting you to be alone or wanting you to not have friends or wanting you to have everyone against you as you guys think. The only time that I was able to reach anywhere in life was when I was alone. That's how it all started. I had my divine counterpart, but I had him in the spiritual realm. I was alone in the physical world. And that is okay sometimes. You don't need friends. You don't need family. You don't need support. Barely anybody around you is going to understand your potential and what you have within you and where you could be and how you could go. People around you are not going to understand. So let that go. Let that go. Be your biggest cheerleader. People out there are in need of you, and you need to start moving. You need to start working. You need to post that video. You need to do your craft. Stop waiting. Nothing is gonna happen. You are everything. Like, everything is already within you. You are the whole thing. You are the whole story. I don't know how many times I have to tell you in order for you to see that it's all within you. You're waiting for something from the outside, but it's all inside of you. Nothing is outside that's gonna happen. You are the miracle. You are that miracle that you're waiting for. You're waiting on self. We're waiting on your surrender. We're waiting on you to release resistance in order for things to change around you. Tap into self. Your thoughts, your feelings, your words, what you're telling yourself, what you're saying right now in this moment. Check in with your thoughts. You're causing yourself either suffering or blessings in your life. It's all you. It's all you. It's all you. Nothing outside of yourself. Don't accuse anybody. Don't point fingers because you're giving them your power. You're disempowering yourself. If you want to empower yourself, if you want to return that confidence, if you want to return that passion, you need to go within yourself and find that. It's within you. It's not outside of you. It's not in the certificate. It's not in the degree, it's not in the person that you want, it's within you. How many of us take refuge in the person? We think that the person is gonna bring it for us. When we stand beside him, finally, when we're married, when society gives us that validation that we're good enough. And guess what? They won't. They won't. You need to find it within yourself. And so the moment you decide it's yours, you shift timelines. Stay loyal to the unseen, because what's yours isn't a question. It's a promise unfolding. I hope this video helps, and I'll see you guys in the next one.